Damas y caballeros, it's time. It's time for the Kalifazz Puro Beach Party Podcast. And now, your hosts, Kalifazz and the funny guy, Murray.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Amigos, bienvenidos. Guess what? This is the next episode, and welcome to the newest episode on the Kalifazz Puro Pinche Party Podcast. Yo soy Kalifazz.
Soy el funny guy.
That's right, Guy Murray, the funny guy. You know what? Today, I decided, Guy, first of all, welcome back. Ching down. I decided today, you know what? To do a podcast of this band that was born in the 80s. You know, we had the honor to play con los Bukis. We started like out of nowhere, you know. And so what happens here is I was in the music business since I was 14. I just decided what better way to do. I lived experiences going to Mexico when I was 16 and everything. So I decided I'm going to go look for this guy here, right here, and go talk to him, which is this a person that I grew up idling. He was uno de mis ídolos, honestamente, uno de mis ídolos. Wow. Él, en otra persona, Raúl Mendoza, porque cuando yo nací, I wanted to be a musician. I told my dad, papi, yo quiero cantar. I would sit in my record player singing all these songs of Los Freddys, Los Bukis, all that stuff. So, luckily at 14 years old, la familia Verdín de Grupo Audaz de Oceanside, pero de Jala Nayarit, me dieron la oportunidad. So, Guy, that's why I asked you, man, I just want to do this show. To me, it's very, very important to have it on my podcast, on our podcast, but yo les quiero presentar a un primo que lo aprecio tanto. I grew up loving him, admiring him, and everything. Mi primo Juan Jiménez.
Hey, Juan.
Saluda, Juan.
Buenas noches a todos y
buenos días.
O buenos días, claro. Y sí, pues somos primos desde que nacimos, yo creo.
Ay, no.
Tengo que aceptarlo, no me queda de otro.
So then also we decided to make a band. So I remember going back to Mexico. I did a 2-month tour con Grupo Latino. Anduvimos allá all over in Juárez, Zacatecas, Chihuahua, and a lot of places for 2 months. So then I come back from Mexico and I said, you know what? I want to have my own band. So what I did, guy, I went walking up the stairs, doom, and I go, bueno, and I go, it's the Avon. My cousin Elia opened the door, and then you know what? That was the best moment that happened in my life because we had that conversation with my primo Juan Jimenez that I asked him, let's do a band, because he knows how to sing, and I know how to sing.
Do you know how to sing?
You know, un poquito. So then we decided to form a band, you know. Next thing you know, I don't even know how it happens. We get blessed with a guitar player, a bass player, and a keyboard player, which is also one of our parientes, Jaime Diaz. And we decided, so we start the band. All of a sudden, I want you guys to meet this drummer, Rafael Ramirez from Encinitas, California.
Hey there. Whoa, yeah, what an intro. Hey there, everybody in podcast land.
Yeah, there you go.
So tell everybody, how did you wind up coming to the band de Los Galantes?
So it was such a funny story. It was his brother-in-law who I was working as a busboy at La Costa Hotel and Spa, which is now known as the Omni Resort.
Oh, wow.
And there was a trio band that was playing bass, drums, and piano. And the drummer had some type of episode, and he was not there for the next set. I, being the busboy, saw that there was no drummer, and I asked the piano player, "Hey, do you want me to sit in?" He goes, "If you can do it, dude, do it." So I started jamming, and that unleashed everybody from the kitchen staff, the dishwashing staff, the kitchen staff. Everybody came out, and they were all looking. Oh my God, Rafael is the busboy is playing the drums with the jazz band, right, with the trio.
Isn't that funny how everybody has a story? You know, everyone has a story because Mr. Guy Murray, the funny guy, my partner, my little brother, my big brother.
Yep.
You know, Guy. I mean, tell everybody who has not seen our other podcast. How did you get involved in this?
It was during a break between the band. They had just took a break. They didn't leave any music, but I'm bussing and cleaning up tables, and I hear the feedback that the microphone was still live. So I was like, "Oh no, is this microphone on?"
Testing 1 2. Test.
I
1
started
2.
doing sound effects. Just start singing, making the crowd that was still sitting there clap and join in. Start doing sound effects. Start telling jokes. I'm a hijacker.
Really?
That's it, man. I just do. And I started, and it was like, "Is this supposed to be happening?" And then I had a residency where I was there all summer, Saturday and Sunday. Come out from the dishwasher and
Man,
start telling jokes.
You pulled a total Joan Rivers. Hey, is this thing on?
And you know, it's funny for me. Like I said, as I was a young kid, I want to say probably 12 years old. I'm not sure. ¿En qué año veniste de México?
1973.
1973. And you know what? To me is I'll never forget that day. We were at my tata's house, and my Tio Chepo's car pulls up. I think it was my Tio Chepo's car. And then I see Juan coming out. You know, Juan's got that peachy perm, y que la chingada, you know, like, oh, shit. He's got the fucking bell bottoms and all this shit.
Michael Jackson.
Shit.
Yeah.
So
That was
guy,
it. That was it.
To me, this guy gets out of the car. And again, I'm probably, I want to say I'm probably like 12 years older. I have to say 12, 13. And I go, I admired him from that day, you know, because, and then as I grow up, you know, months later, my primo Juan starts singing in the band, Conspiración Latina, and all that. And I remember going to the San Luis Rey mission. I'm seeing him play, and I want to be like him. And I bought myself a chaleco and all that shit, you know. And I saw him sing, you know, and I told myself, I want to be that. And then, so next thing you know, like I said, I'm 14 years old, and I get my first shot to sing in a band. I have no clue what I was singing. No sabía ni madre lo que estaba cantando, you know, and it se llama Grupo Latino. And then I asked him, hey, I saw this girl in the band, right? And then, you know, and then I go, oh, shit, I get to the way I go, you know?
Okay, so, Kalifazz, what was the song you sang?
You know what? The very first song, well, when I first asked him, can I sing a song? Even though I could sing in my house, I've never sung with a band. So I went to Grupo Latino, La Familia Bertin, from, and I asked him, hey, you think I can sing a song with you guys? He goes, yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to practice. I don't know how to sing it, dude. I don't know. But I know how to sing it. You know, so I go home and I practice the whole damn week. Next thing you know, I'm singing, Sin mentiras te ofrecí un cariño verdadero. Una canción de los humildes, right? So next thing you know, I sing that song. And I said, man, I like this shit. But dude, I was so scared my damn legs were just like shaking, right? So then, and then the next week, Grupo Latino, La Familia Escobedo, the ones that I had the honor to go back to Mexico, and when I was 16 years old, we went on a 2-month tour, you know, and a big shout out to La Familia Escobedo, Willie, and Rutilio Padescante, Juan, and Menyo, and all that. So then, I sing the song with them, right? And then next thing you know, that's what I wanted. That was what I wanted to do. So then, a week later, too, the Grupo Latino comes to Mission Bowl in Oceanside. Now that the Ocean's 11, they said, hey, would you like to be our singer? I go, hell yeah! Like that. Like a little kid. I'm a freshman in high school. First of all, I have no clue, man, what I'm going to do, but I'm going to sing. This primo here, what he did for me at 14 years old, he would write all the songs in Spanish for me. I would just read the songs. He would guide me. He would guide me. He would guide me. And he would take me to the practices. Again, I'm only 14, dude. You know, then I'm blessed that at 15 years old, you know, my godfather, Paz Descanse, Miguel Ángel Arenas, we do our first dance con los terrícolas. Con Lenny, the original, Johnny, and all those, and los, and los, Fidencio Ayala. I didn't even know who the hell he was. I did not know that was Ramon Ayala's brother. Yeah.
Wow.
So anyways, to make a long story short, we go to Mexico, we come back, and then that's when I went to his house, and we talked, and next thing you know, you show up in the picture, man. Ruben Tirado, my compadre Jaime Diaz, dude. Yeah. Dude, I remember our first practice. We didn't know shit.
The only thing I remember from that particular audition when I would audition is this man here saying, yeah, you know what? He's got the chops, but his drum set sucks. So the first thing I had to do is get him a drum set. Oh, yeah. And truly, I ran home. And yes, mommy, papi, and I got the now coveted, okay, coveted. You can Google it and go on eBay. The Slingerland Black Gold drum kit.
That was the one that we used?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
So, and then to top it off, remember, I wanted to be ahead of the game, so then I bought the Simmons SDS5 electronic digital kit.
That was later.
First one out.
First one out.
Yeah.
No. That was later. Don't go too far.
Okay.
Don't go too fast.
Okay.
So anyways, hacemos el grupo, we make the band.
What was the name
of
the
then
band?
Los Galantes. Well, we didn't even know the name. We didn't even know what name to put.
So like okay.
We didn't know the name.
Right.
We just started the band, and then what happened was, again, my father, in Paz Descanse, and his friend were DJ at a KUGE, the Oceanside, California. He gives me a whole big box of fucking records, right? Like, what the fudge, you know? So then, next thing you know, we do Los Galantes. This man, Rafa, shows up. Rafa has no fucking clue about Mexican music. I really felt you did it.
Wow.
I would give him all these LPs. Rafa, when we were practicing, he's on the ground hitting the drums. That's what I remember you, man. That's what I remember you. Yeah. Then, you know, next thing you know, the serious shit comes out. The serious shit, because what are we going to be called? We don't know. We have no clue. So there's another deal in Paz Descanse, my Tio Chepo. Yeah. I need a list of bands para poner el nombre al grupo. He gave me a whole damn list. I remember of all these damn lists, it was going to be Los Atari or Los Galantes. So next thing you know, we all decided Los Atari was big time. Remember the Pac-Man and all that shit, right? So next thing you know, we decided on doing Los Galantes, huh? Yeah. We would probably practice about, ¿qué ensayamos? Como un mes. Yeah. About a month. There was a band. Hubo un concurso de grupos. Okay. It was Las Lágrimas. It was en Paz Descanse, mi cuñado Víctor Perea. Damn, everyone's dead in my life. Fuck. ¿Estás vivo?
Just barely. As I'm hanging on. Excuse me.
Next thing you know is, estamos en un concurso de grupos. And do you remember that story or not?
I don't. I mean, I remember the whole concurso, and I remember, that was a stiff competition, to say the least.
So nosotros, we already knew que éramos los galantes. We would do our bow ties, our cummerbunds. It wouldn't even cover my stomach. You know, it was so fucking cool. Next thing you know, we went first place.
What?
We went first place, huh?
Yeah.
We were fucking excited. No. So then, the difference, the goal that I had when we made Galantes, was like estilo Barón de Apodaca. The Barón de Apodaca have two voices. Los Humildes had two voices. Yeah. That was the whole dream that I had. My dream.
4 pieces?
No, we were six, no?
For 4-piece band, the musicians, musical, and then
and then 2 singers. Because not every band, local bands, everyone only had one. But this band, Los Galantes, had 2 singers.
With Jose on the percussions. Don't
Oh,
forget.
yeah.
He backed me up. Oh, yeah. He backed me up. Dude, you made me sound fatter. I'm just saying, you know.
Hey,
Yeah.
and my primo Juan on the fucking beat, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit, you know?
Yeah.
So, next thing you know, grabamos en, you know, fue una, I don't know how you say that. We just blended in.
Yeah.
For some reason, los pochos, mexicanos cantando en español and all this shit.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, my primo Juan y yo nos acoplamos en las voces.
Really
Juan,
well.
I
Really well.
would do like a high voice, and then we had the style. We had the style, dude.
And you know what? I actually I've listened now to the CD that you gave me, and there was a couple songs that I think just it highlighted your voices, but it also highlighted just the musicianship. Roy threw in, and one of the songs just threw in such a badass lick. And you know, he came from
Rock
the
and roll style.
Van Halen, you know, Bon Jovi. He came from that era. So for him, he threw some of those licks in there. So that I think that set us apart.
It did,
truly.
man. It honestly nos puso en una cosa increíble. Una cosa increíble. You know, gracias a Dios, Miguel Ángel Arenas me graba mi primer disco con Grupo Latino. Pero nace Los Galantes, man. And era una cosa que hasta todos los grupos, like, what the fuck? Where did you guys come from? I mean, andábamos en los grandes bailes, dude.
Yeah.
And, tocábamos cada semana, nos íbamos desde el jueves o viernes, regresamos el lunes. I mean, fue un exitazo este grupo, you know. Hasta si hablas con el chivo de Bukis, se acuerda de nosotros. Hablas con Raúl Arenas de los Diablos, con Héctor Arenas, hablas con los Freddys, hablas con todos, man. Crecimos en esa onda. It was una historia de que we're so blessed.
And as the saying goes, truly, with amongst the big bands, we were a band of worthy note, or they took note. They took note. Absolutely.
Wow.
And I think that's where that was the takeaway from me, and I think that's why we kept at it, because we had something. And I think we played on that, you know, that whole excitement of people wanting to play us on the radio. Radio 86, remember they started playing. La Poderosa started giving us some airplay. So I think that's when things really started, you know, moving.
And then I think, no, ¿tú qué opinas, Juan? A ver, di algo. ¿De qué opinas de tu memoria, de tu historia, de ese grupo? Porque
no sé, son tiempos bonitos que qué lástima, ya no volverán, ¿no?
¿No?
Ya pasaron.
No,
Ya,
pero es lo
pero se quedaron.
Y los
Lo vivimos, y es lo bonito que lo vivimos y lo tenemos todavía acá en el...
Oye, Juan, yo estaba escuchando las canciones Abrázame, No me desaires, el CD que me grabó Kalifazz, y realmente es que cuando yo me recuerdo de todo, del tiempo en el estudio, de cómo nos machetearon. Oye, a mí nunca se me va a olvidar. Manuel Estudillo me dijo, ¿sabes qué?
Saludos a Manuel Estudillo.
Yes, please, dude.
¿Cómo se llama? El niño.
El niño. I love you, man, truly. But he hooked me up with a drummer extraordinaire, because he said you lack two things, but let's concentrate on one. He says your cumbias have no caché. Okay, and I didn't know what that meant until I went take some lessons with this guy that he hooked me up, Raúl, and my bass drum. So he hooked me up, he got me going, he refined that, but I owe it all to him, because he said, you know, you have some chops, but you need some refinement.
Eso fue la ventaja de Los Galantes, de no sé, por el carisma, tuvimos los mejores contactos, porque
estábamos jóvenes también.
Estábamos jóvenes, bueno, honestamente estábamos jóvenes, teníamos muchas ganas, y gracias a Dios nos puso en el camino una vez más a Manuel Estudillo, y también una persona que también nos puso, venía a nuestros ensayos, el Popeye de la Capilla de Tijuana. You know, because we recorded some. Si tú quieres, me voy.
Sí. Hay que ser agradecidos y no hay que olvidarnos de Irma también.
No, Irma Rangel. Irma Rangel también fue una cosa.
Irma Ángel.
Irma Ángel. Eso fue una cosa que tuvimos. Tuvimos, como te digo, venía el Popeye, Popeye de la Capilla de Tijuana, I forgot his name right now, Francisco Villegas, o Manuel Villegas, you know, and, you know, nos enseñábamos, me acuerdo que Manuel Estudio nos metió en un pinche estudio que estábamos por horas y horas y horas y horas grabando, you know, and, fue una historia tan grande que hasta grupos que nos respetaron, el Grupo La Vida, Los Orientes, el Playa Azul, tantos, bueno, en el tiempo no habían tantos grupos locales, you know, y nosotros hicimos una historia grande que...
Pero esos que había eran buenos.
Buenos, pero lo que pasa es de que, bueno, los grupos, Grupo La Vida, mis favorites, eran los favorites.
Para mí la Capilla, Grupo Arena de
Grupo Arena, los Cádiz,
los
Cádiz, I mean, íbamos a tocar a Rosarito, a Tijuana, íbamos a donde quiera, you know, Radio 80 nos apoyaban, so la cosa que we had that chispa que alguien nos quiso y nos ayudaron, nos guiaron, because honestly, nosotros no hablamos español. No hablamos. El único que hablaba español era mi primo Juan.
And not only that, dude, we were inexperienced in the music industry. We were, you know, we were basically, hey, whatever they told us, vayan allá, hagan esto, and you just, that's what you do because you're inexperienced.
Y lo que pasa que en los 80s, pues, cuando para mí eran los Freddy, los Johnny's, todos esos grupos, pero el grupo que estaba de moda eran los Bukis. Eran los pinches Bukis. So, entonces, de ahí viene mi historia. Los Bukis sacan el disco. You know, all that. ¡Mami! ¡Papi! El mamá y papi de rapa van y le compran la pinche batería electrónica.
It was, you know what? And it wasn't just that fact that it was an electronica, okay? It was an electronic kit. It was back then it was
no
the
sabíamos
kit.
Lo que era. Yeah. No sabíamos.
Simmons put electronic kits on the map, and you know, yeah, and I have to tell you a story. So I got that drum kit at Apex Music in downtown San Diego, okay, and I'll tell you why. The drummer, I don't know his name, for Los Corazones Solitarios, was there, and he was sampling it. And there were some other guys there, and he was talking about it, and then he was, you know, messing with all the settings, and the guy was giving him the pitch, right? Because he knew who he was. Yeah. I'm just in the background watching this, right? Mouth wide open. And I mean, as soon as the whole thing, it must have taken almost an hour of going through all of the settings and how to adjust and how to get different sounds. And this guy from the Corazones Solitarios, he's there and he's just...
En paz descanse también.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, en paz descanse.
But anyway, once he left, I told the guy, wrap it up. Because I went there.
You got that set.
Yeah. So I got that set. I got that set.
Un perrón. And you know what? Y esa es la onda. Nosotros, cuando iniciamos el grupo, nuestra meta era de grabar o cantar rolas que no cualquier grupo iba a tocar, you know. So, entonces yo, también en paz descanse, mi tío Chepo en paz descanse, you know, yo le hablaba a mi tío, hey tío, hey, I need the song, you know, hasta mi tío Félix decía, mijo, no le estoy pidiendo canciones a tantas a tu tío. Digo, why, tía? Porque no duerme. The next day ya tenía la pinche rola lista, bro. And that's what Los Galantes did. Yeah. So, I want to tell you guys a little story, okay? I got to tell you guys a story. I got to tell you.
I'm already ready to ask this $1 million question.
Yes. Okay.
Are we going to have a reunion?
Well, you know what? It's going to be very, very hard because my compadre Jaime Díaz, mi compadre que te estimo mucho, ojalá que mires este episodio de Kalifazz Puro Pinche Party Podcast.
Llámanos
You know, para mí fue un sueño, pero sabemos que no se va a hacer. ¿Por qué? Porque mi compadre mismo dice, no, yo ya no toco teclados, no toco nada. Rubén Tirado, que original de Los Galantes, también él ya nada. Y luego el primer guitarrista de nosotros era
Ramón.
Ramón
Gutiérrez.
Gutiérrez.
Ramón Gutiérrez. Yeah.
Bass or
He's a
guitar?
guitar player. And then Raúl, que he's up in Mexico.
Yeah.
Allá con el pinche Chapo,
Chapo,
doing all
yeah,
that shit,
exactly.
all that,
Yeah.
so.
Oh yeah.
A big shout out, man.
El rollito.
Dude, I mean, it was funny porque nosotros éramos éramos un grupo que si quedábamos, ensayábamos 3 veces por semana. Tocábamos viernes, sábado y domingo. Traíamos camión para traer a nuestras mujeres, porque the front row eran las mujeres siempre.
And the back rows were the girlfriends.
Hey, no le hicimos un saludo. Hey,
Salud, yeah, salud.
Salud, Juan. ¿Y tu agua, Juan?
¿Cómo
Dinos un
está? Bien,
saludo.
gracias. Bien,
Valió
gracias.
madre. Salió una. Bueno. So anyway, I'm going to tell you guys a quick story. I'm going to tell you. So we worked so hard. And it was beautiful because we worked so hard to be Los Galantes. We made so much money. I don't even know how much money we made, but we made a lot of money. Casi podíamos, tanto que ganábamos, podíamos vivir en Tijuana.
Yeah, that's about.
Y no en la cabina. But you know what? It was so exciting when we buy our first bus.
Yeah.
Compramos un bus. Nomás que el pinche primo quitaba carros, right? Llegamos, compramos un bus que era como de la escuela, right? Yellow, como mis dientes, right? Llega el pinche bus. I want to send another shout out to Tateco for always being there, La Familia Tateco. Is that always being there. We came out with the logo de Los Galantes and all. We're all excited to see our fucking first bus. And this guy here, Juan Jimenez, paints it red. Parecemos bomberos. We look like a fucking riot.
You know what? I know what he was thinking. We were hot, man. That's why, man. Firemen, we came out to put out the fires, man.
Dude, and then what was worth it was the stick, right? Well, hey, en el tiempo lleno de Kalifazz es perico. He would always give me shit because he always got stuck driving. He always stuck. So one day me hace manejar este vato. Fuck it, I don't know how to drive. I do how to little. We're making a turn. Casi nos matamos, vato. We could have been famous. Wait in Los Galantes. En el volante, perico. But those are little funny stories. And then, hey, let's be real. ¿Te acuerdas cuando fuimos en Indio, en el país tropical? Y luego nos llama Checo Manso, big shout out to Checo Manso. Nos lleva, well, because that's who made Los Galantes. So then, hey, perico, on a Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, hey, ¿tiene tocado hoy? Es que no quisimos tocar. We didn't have a gig. Dice, es que va a estar con Hilo Reina nos canceló, porque va a ser en Coachella, right? So the story is this. So then it happens. I go, how much are you going to pay us? I don't even know where the hell Coachella was. It's next to Indio. Okay, cool. It's good. We're going to make a lot of money. Primo. ¿Qué pasó? Hello? Primo. ¿Qué pasó? Primo. Juan, can you hear me? Dice, hey, tenemos una pinche tocada. ¿Dónde? En Coachella. Dice, ¿dónde está eso? I have no clue, man. It's next to fucking India. Hey, nos van a pagar el 70%. I go, bing, body, make it rain, make it happen, right? And then next thing you know is, I digo, mi primo Juan, I go, hey, let's stick to wise because I don't want to get ripped off, man. I don't want to fucking get ripped off. Nos van a chingar dinero. ¿Y cómo se llama el lugar? Las Vegas, se los presento, Las Vegas Nightclub, en Coachella, California. Los Galantes. Pero yo no les dije que con Hilo Reina no iba a estar allí. We were going to have to do la música para Chalito Cortés from Discos Olímpicos. We were going to do all this shit. Oh, shit. I didn't tell these guys. I was thinking 70%. Llegamos el camino súper gacho. Una estrellita. Las Vegas nightclub, una flecha. We get there, había una pinche gringa más gorda que yo. Bueno, nada de that, yo no estaba gordito, yo estoy chulo ahora, but anyway. Nomás entró una pinche vieja y nadie pagó.
Wow.
We didn't even get our 70%, and then they still wanted us to fucking do that think for. Nobody was there, you know.
Oh my God.
And you know what's funny? Can you give me let me see, there's a glass. Give me that glass real quick.
This one? Sure.
Ahí es donde salió el dicho, bailamos bien. Because nobody was there.
So
We
you dance with
didn't-
your aunt? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're alluding to?
Pues a ver si entra gente para que sea mi tía que baile.
Salimos bailando.
Oh my God. Salimos bailando. Oh my God. But you know, two things, or even the most important, the fact that you were able to get us all together, because you know we were all doing something,
Yeah.
right? But that's the commitment. That was the commitment we had to the band, right? It's like he called us, we all went.
It was great. It was great, dude. There's so many more stories. So, when we're playing con los Bukis, you guys, ¿te acuerdas la memoria when andamos con los Bukis en el convention center?
Yeah, some girl threw her panties at me.
Ay,
I'm serious.
What? I believe.
I'm serious. I'm just saying, but that was a true story, dude. I grabbed him and I just kind of scooted him
Y
under
decía,
the bass drum.
y decía, pinche party.
No, it said Kalifazz. It said Kalifazz on it.
You know, esas son las historias que un recuerdo, que toda la gente, ojalá que you guys are liking the show. Para mí, it's a big honor to have you, Rafa.
Thank you.
You know, my primo Juan. It's been a sacrifice. You know, it's a sacrifice.
And you ask what I remember. You know what the takeaway from playing with Los Bukis is how awesome they are. They're not stuck up. They're down to earth people. They chat. You know, you're back there and they're just one of the guys.
Yeah, dude. And then, you know, tocando nosotros igual con todos los grupos que tuvimos, con los humildes, los Johnnies,
Caminantes.
Chávez, su grupo Express,
Los Diablos.
my favorite, man, Los Diablos, la
yeah.
familia Arenas,
Los Muecas.
los
Muecas.
Muecas.
Dude, we opened for just about every major big time band at the time.
And we never thought we would.
Yeah, we never thought we
Y
would.
eso fue lo que Dios nos hizo a los Galantes. Honestly.
Oh yeah, and you know what? And I recount when I tell, because people when they say, "Oh my God, you were in a band," and I'll tell you, there is nothing, and I'm telling you, nothing more exhilarating than opening up for Los Bukis with 20,000 people, and as the drummer, you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, bang, and that is dude. I get chills just thinking about it.
You know what?
Oh my
It
God.
was so
I'm pretty
exciting.
sure you guys got freaking chills.
It was so exciting because, you know, again, Rubén Tirado, el Rollito, Raúl González, Rafael, my compadre Jaime Díaz. I mean, Ramón. Ramón fue the very first guitar player.
Yeah.
But it was just so exciting when me and my primo Juan were on stage and we're ready to sing the first song, and I always remember looking at him in his eye, and I said, "This fucker made me. And I don't mean to be in the wrong way when I say this fucker, but it wasn't easy, man. Well, it was easy for Los Galantes. It was hard to be where we wanted to be, because out of nowhere, nosotros again.
Well,
We had so much
listen,
love.
one of my favorite movies is That Thing You Do. I don't know if you guys watch it, okay? And the scene that just gratifies me, because I think that we can all recount when we were going to open for Los Bukis and we were about to, everybody's looking, right? Everybody's looking around, ready, and everybody's looking at me. And the guitar player turns to the drummer and he goes, "How did we get here?" Exactly, dude. That dude. Honestly, I cried.
Los Galantes. You're like,
No, because you know what? You see it.
Yeah.
And you know what? The deal is that we're pulling up, and you see that big screen, and on Los Bukis honest to God truth. Los Diablos y Los
Y
Galantes,
Los
man.
Galantes right there.
Porque en ese tiempo you didn't have all these bands, you know. It was the most for us. I think that was our trophy, huh? I think because that just opened up everything for us,
And it solidified us in the whole music community that, you know what, these guys are
There's somebody.
there's somebody. Yeah.
And-
We're on our way up. Number one, we were getting airplay at La Poderosa, and things were just starting to click, right?
y el respeto de todos los grupos locales.
Exactamente.
You know,
También.
porque
Yeah.
todavía ahora los grupos como Rescate Musical, I mean, I it's hard to name so many bands, pero todavía nos miran a nosotros.
Yeah.
You know, they looked up to us. They looked up to us, and we were nothing because we didn't even know we were that.
Yeah.
We were too young to know. So, okay, one more story. I gotta tell you guys a story. So, another one. We're playing.
Yeah, both of you.
¿Sí te quieren, güey? Mi primo ya no puede, nomás que... No, pero ¿cuál es esa fue la que nos pegó, la que nos puso en el aire y dice, 1, 2, 3.
Si tú quieres, me voy.
Ya no es como yo. Come on, what?
Son muchos años. Yo no me acuerdo la letra.
No, so, but it's okay. But it's just, la emoción que vivimos nosotros. You know, ahora yo estoy feliz, gracias a Dios, ya tengo mi estudio para mí. Rafa, you know, él ya tiene su negocio. Mi primo Juan sigue la música. I don't know how he does it, but you know, but we're blessed. And nomás les quiero decir, thank you for all the people that un grupo que nos apoyó mucho eran los Quiros. Los Quiros, man. I mean, dude, esos vatos llegábamos, a veces teníamos 2 tocadas en una noche, nosotros íbamos a tocar en un baile, y los Quiros ya tenían el equipo, llegaban los Galantes, y siempre, Arturo Mora, Martín Mora, Esteban Mora, y también fue parte del grupo Los Galantes por unos meses.
Y Guillermo Leal, el bajista.
¡Oh,
Guillermo Leal, el bajista.
So primeramente, I know we gotta stop this podcast. And para mí es algo bien grande porque Rafa vive en Texas and he didn't even know. Cuando me manda un text on Sunday, he says, "Okay, we're gonna record a podcast." And
I said,
you
boom,
know,
we're here.
and I told Guy Murray, the Fully Man, and we're gonna do something that I've always wanted to do.
And that's good. And listen, Kalifazz, Jose, however you want to call
Federico.
yourself, Federico, it's because truly, I don't know what it is, if it's the way that you carry yourself, the way that you deliver words, but it's just people want to do stuff. It's like, yeah, when you said, we're going to do it, absolutely, why not? So, yes, we want to do stuff for you. I don't know what it is.
How many years? Los Galantes duramos casi 10 años, ¿no?
Was it?
I want to say 10 years. 10 years. I think that nothing but great stories. You know, you have your bad stuff, but it doesn't fucking matter.
No.
Now that we're older and wiser, es una historia. Si lloramos por lo que pasó malo, I think it's funny now.
Yeah. No,
I think it's funny now.
absolutely. And I think that you in particular, because you've stayed in the business, you have the chops, so to speak, to really guide younger musicians. I know that that's what you do here at the studio, you know, and to give them, espouse some of the wisdom, if you will, that we learned. Because, you know, the Mexican music industry is not difficult like the American music industry.
Right.
But it's just handled differently. But you know the rudiments. You know what needs to happen before the other thing, right? You know the sequencing, so to speak.
I think the most beautiful thing that we have here in Kalifazz Studios is, to me, the biggest part is like I can bring my cousin here and says, "Okay, let's go do some recordings. You know, let's record you," and then I can come up with some ideas that I want him to do. I think that he's opened up more and everything, but I want to thank my primo. I want to thank him. And I love it so much, man. I love it so much because he made me the singer that I am. And I thank you, Juan. Sorry, guys, but it's very emotional because he's the old guy from the band. But, you know.
We always try.
It's okay. And hold on, and I want to make a correction. Not that much older, just just older enough so that he had a couple bands under his belt. That's it, right?
That's what it was. So, amigos, I hope you guys enjoyed this show, man. With all due respect, it was something unexpected, and I want you guys to keep tuning into the Kalifazz Puro Pichi Party podcast. Please subscribe. Share. Once again, a great honor, Rafa,
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
the original drummer,
Absolutely.
and my primo Juan. Again, a big shout out to everybody that supported Los Galantes. Guy Murray, the funny
I
guy.
now know, man.
Gracias so much, man. So
Very good.
we just want to say, before we go, I want you to say something before we go, Juan. Dilo en español si quieres. It's all good.
Sí.
Don't cry.
Solamente gracias.
Solamente.
Saludos a todos.
Rafa?
Ya, gracias a toda la gente que nos seguía en aquel entonces,
Carmen.
que yo me acuerdo que había personas, mujeres, hombres que iban al Mission Bowl, iban al Cocoloco, iban a la Posta, iban just to see us.
Oye, ya son adultos, ya son abuelos, ya son...
Ya, pero
de todo.
gracias por los recuerdos, gracias por todo. Y pues vivimos una experiencia muy, muy feliz,
Inolvidable.
inolvidable.
Mr. Guy?
No, just listening to the experiences and the memories being brought out with this episode. I'm just looking forward to all the people it's also going to touch who remembers Los Galantes. Thank you guys for checking us out. And remember, audio and video on Anchor, on Spotify, and YouTube. See you guys
Amigos,
next time.
hasta la próxima semana. Los Galantes, Rafa, mi primo Juan y Kalifazz. Peace.
Peace. Stay there with them.
Take a picture.
To be on our show, contact Kalifazz. Kalifazz Studio, 760-208-7264. If you want to be on our show on our next episode, get in touch with us today.